My next guest made an even more impressive win this time around. 48 seconds, getting it done at Dirty Boxing for October 30th. Happy to be joined by Bryan Battle once again. Bryan, how are you?
Man, I'm great, brother. Good to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. No one ever asks how I'm doing, so it's all good. Good start to the
We're
interview.
friends
I know
now. We've been
exactly. I
doing
know.
this for
I
so
know.
long.
You're
We're
right. You're right.
friends now.
No, we are. We are. We're friends now. We weren't friends before. That's what you're saying. No, I'm joking. Anyways, uh,
We've been friends for a while.
we have. No, we've been doing these for a while, man. It's good to see. But hey, congrats. Did you honestly think you were going to top your last performance? Because I think this was faster, right? 48 seconds compared to what? 50? The other one?
Yeah, it was like 48 seconds versus like 56 seconds or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I knew it was a possibility. I knew it was a possibility. I was mentally prepared to like go deep if I had to. You never want to like bank on it being a fast fight and then it ends up not being a fast fight. But no, I definitely knew it was a possibility. And it's just like right now, like if I land, what I'm saying, might be a wrap, what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So nah, I just feel very fortunate. I'm happy. Looking forward to whatever's next, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. We'll talk about that in a sec. Anything else, like anything you can take away from the fight? It was so quick. Like anything surprise you? How are you feeling this time around? Like you already had the one fight before. Like take me how this experience compared to the last one for Dirty Boxing.
I would have moved a little bit more off the rip. You know what I'm saying? I was just kind of like, all right, let me just see what this guy's got. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And in all fairness, he actually hit kind of hard. So it's like I probably should have just moved a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Like circle, circle, circle for a second. But all things considered, how can you complain
Yeah.
when you get in and out in under a minute? You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I totally agree. Did this event seem bigger? I know John Jones sort of always comes to most of the events for Dirty Boxing, but he had his buddy Gable Stevenson fighting in the main event. Like this felt like a big event, and we had Jones coming in on the horse and all that. Like, did you notice this got like more attention? This event, it seemed like, it was a bit bigger.
Well, it was. No, it was definitely, got outside of Miami's like the home base, but getting outside of Miami and having like a big turnout in Nashville. And once again, they've done all their events in Miami. So I feel like when you do all your events somewhere, once you branch out, the energy is just different. You know what I'm saying? Like Nashville's never seen dirty boxing. So to have an event in Nashville is just gonna just you got to get a different kind of energy. And the venue was bigger, so there was more people there. Um, and everyone who had to perform performed. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like me and Gable were the marquee guys. We both came out and did our thing. In impressive fashion. You know what I mean? Like I had extra style points on mine. Gable, he jumped over the goddamn rope. That fucking physical freak. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it was just like top to bottom there was just exciting fights, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so it was a great event, you know what I'm saying? They put together a great card. Everyone came out and did what they're supposed to do, and with the rules of dirty boxing, it's hard to have a boring fight for
Right.
real, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
It's one of the
So
benefits here.
uh, yeah, so yeah, no, it felt like it definitely felt, especially this time, like my opponent being more legitimate, like it felt, this one felt, especially like last time it was like a week. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I just came in on a week's notice. I really just kind of like rolled up. They were like, "You want to fight?" I was like, "Fuck it, let's fucking fight, bro." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just rolled up, jumped in there, fought whoever they got for me. This one, it's a little bit more build to it, and yeah, no, it was blockbuster. It was magical. You could feel the sparks flying in the air.
How soon do you think we will see Gable Stevenson in the UFC? Keeping in mind that the heavyweight division right now in the UFC is, it's very top heavy, I guess would be the way to put it.
I think he could go into the UFC right now. I do think he could go into the UFC right now. Like. It's tough to say. I think they'll probably because he's 1-0 as an MMA fighter. That's the
Right.
tough thing,
Yeah. He'll probably get the Bo
I
Nickel
think.
treatment, I would think. Like, maybe get like a couple contender series fights and then maybe go. But I don't know. He looked pretty
Well,
dominant, right?
well, that's what I initially, because I actually talked to my old man about this. My old man had a great counterpoint that the contender series is over.
Right.
So he would have to wait until next year. But that's what would make the most sense to me. He gets
Right.
like maybe one more LFA fight, you know,
Yeah.
two contender series fights real quick, and then just throw him in there. Just like get his record up, get him like a little bit more experience inside the cage. But when you got someone who's competed at an Olympic level, you know what I'm saying? Like his whole since he's been in high school, he's been under a spotlight. So he's the type of guy where you can kind of just and once again, heavyweight's not like one of these like it's not 145. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? It's not featherweight where it's like the whole top 15 is this like fucking murderous row. Like he could go into heavyweight right now with just his wrestling. Even if he didn't know when he's striking, he could go in right now and beat people. But why rush it? The dude's young. I could see them like letting him train, cultivate his skills, get a couple more fights just to get more comfortable in there, and a couple contender series fights, and then just letting that motherfucker roll.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here. What about you? What's next? Dirty boxing, PFL. What do you think's going to happen next?
We are still working on the schedule. It's gonna because I mean, obviously, I'm definitely fighting for PFL in 2026.
Yeah.
It's just like a matter of when.
Mm.
And I would also like to still compete for DBX. It's just like a matter of like making all those things work, a matter of when and how.
Mm.
So, right now, shout out to Jason House, Jacob Parga, Simon, Lance, all the boys at Iridium. You know what I'm saying? Love the whole crew. They're all out there, busting their ass for me. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So hopefully by the end of the week, I mean we're already almost
Yeah.
at the end of the week, but
Yeah.
hopefully we
By the end of the weekend,
I'll
maybe.
have by the end of the weekend we'll because there's already a couple things that I won't say are set in stone, but some really exciting opportunities that are on the horizon, and we're just kind of figuring out what exactly is next. So 2026 is going to be a very exciting year. That's all I'll say. 2026 will be uh it's going to be a movie. It's
Okay.
going to be a movie. So just stay tuned.
Okay. Fair enough. Is it safe to say you're done fighting this year, or do you think like because you've had a busy schedule, but we do have a month left or so?
Brother, brother, if the stars align, I'm fucking in.
Okay. Okay. Fair
you
enough.
know,
Fair enough.
I've had I've had I've had two fights, and both fights
Yeah. I mean, you didn't take
combined
any
are under
damage.
two
Yeah.
minutes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if I get one in December, I'm fucking in. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
And it's just that's one of the we kind of talked about it a little bit, but one of the benefits of kind of like not necessarily I'm not all the way a free agent, but
Mhm.
I have a little bit more freedom. I can stretch my legs, and it's like I have the ability to stay active, and
Mm.
I want to take advantage of that as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So um yeah, like if I'm healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel good. I'm already back in training. I almost threw up at strength and conditioning earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to rock and roll. And every time by December, I'm going to be better than I am right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Last time y'all saw me, I was better than I was in August. So I'm excited, trying to get the abs back, brother. You know what I'm saying? Even at 185. It's hard to have abs at 185 for me,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to have abs at 185. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I think we all are. Guy you fought a couple fights ago is headlining the UFC card this weekend. Just wanted to put your analyst hat on for a second. Randy Brown's fighting Gabriel Bonfim on Saturday. Just curious how you think that fight unfolds.
I think Randy whoops his ass. Let's
Yeah,
go,
because
Randy.
he's a big underdog
Let's
in that
go.
fight. Yeah,
Let's go, Randy. Yeah,
yeah,
I know, man. I mean, I if Bonifim is gonna have to take him down.
yeah.
He can't strike with Randy. You know what I'm saying? So, um, like if the fight goes similar to how it went against Wonder Boy, and that's the other thing. Like, Randy's a big dude.
Yeah, he
You know
is.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like Wonder Boy is, I would say, skill wise unquestioned. You know what I'm saying? And he's older now. But like size wise, like Wonder Boy's never been a massive welterweight, whereas like Randy's a big welterweight. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So and taking him down, it's not an easy task. So, I could definitely see, and plus he seems really motivated right now. He seems like he's on fire right now. So I definitely see uh Randy taking it to him. I might be biased, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go, Randy.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
get this shit.
Fair enough. Well, I should mention your management group also reps Bonfim, so you kind of have the hand in each side, right? Because you fought Randy and then
Whoops.
Bonfim. No, it's all good. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, if
Forgot
people wanted to
about
call
that.
you biased, you could go the other way too, right?
I
So
could go the other way. What
yeah,
I'll say is, once again, shout out to Iridium. They got a
yeah.
good. They got so many goddamn
Well,
motherfuckers in
that's what I
that.
mean too. Yeah. So yeah, it's bound to happen. Okay, two guys they don't have coming up next Saturday: Islam and Jack Della Maddalena. Who's winning that
Oh
welterweight
my
fight at
goodness.
welterweight title fight at 322?
Oh, what a glorious fight that is, bro. That is a fucking what a fight. I think JDM gets it done. I think JDM gets it done because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? He's his wrestling defense. The wrestling. I honestly thought Bilal was gonna beat him.
Mhm.
Um, and I know Islam's wrestling is better than Bilal's wrestling, but also going fit. That's a 15-pound jump. 15 pounds is like no joke. And JDM's a tank. So um and JDM hits pretty. I've never been hit by him personally, so I can't speak from personal experience. But just looking at the faces of people who have gone against that motherfucker, dude hits pretty hard. So um like, but with all that being said, Islam is Islam. He's lost one fight his whole career, but I mean, he did get knocked out in that fight that he lost. So I'm leaning towards JDM.
Mhm.
But I'm really there's not a whole lot of fights that get me this pumped up. I'm really pumped up to watch that fight.
Same here. Should point out though, there isn't much of a height and reach difference between the two. I mean, Jack, I would assume would be a bit stronger because he's been in the weight class longer, but I think like height and reach wise, it's pretty similar actually. So I don't
The
know if that
height
makes you
and
change it.
reach,
Yeah.
no, frame is an important thing, but it's
Mhm.
just it's I'm just talking about the density,
Yeah.
density
No,
and
I know what you
the
meant.
the
Yeah.
the weight that motherfucker is gonna be throwing behind when he throws his hips. There's gonna be some extra force behind that. So, um, and he'll be a little bit more durable too. So, uh, yeah, yeah. But and then I feel like Islam's been bigger than just about everyone he's fought at
Yeah.
55. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, so fighting someone who's actually the same size as him,
Mhm.
he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a long time, but it'll be interesting. I can't wait to watch it.
Same here. Okay, quickly,
And
just
if Islam gets that done, if he gets that done, that's pretty fucking impressive, bro.
yeah.
Like that's badass.
I agree. Going to take a sharp turn here. Obviously, everyone's talking about it in the news. Just your thoughts on this whole thing with Isaac Dulgarian, the betting controversy. What did you make when? Because I'm sure I know you had your fight, but everyone's been sort of talking about the fallout of that. Dulgarian not with Factory X anymore. What was sort of your reaction and everything?
Ooh, I tell you what, it was because I remember like I was literally watching that fight in
Mhm.
Nashville,
Mhm.
with the homies, and me and Ryder were literally sitting there and we're watching and we're like, bro, this is weird. Like, I think like literally we're like, oh yeah, who you got in this fight? Who you got in this fight? I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking got Dulgarian. Dulgarian is fucking nice with it. And just like watching it, and then like because he was doing the right rear naked. One, the fact that he ended up getting his back taken so quick, you're like, well, that's weird. But then he was doing the right defense. He was pulling the hand, and then he just stopped doing the defense. You're like, well, damn, all right, well, whatever. And then all this stuff comes out, and I thought they nipped it in the bud with James Krause and all them boys.
Mhm.
Like whenever all that shit happened, it's pretty surprising, Um, you know, I I hate it. I hate the way that it looks. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope it's something we can just get out of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I
there's
think the
like,
thing
bro,
that
that's
tipped
why we
people
can't
off
have.
too, and sorry to interrupt, but the thing
No,
that
you
kind of
good.
tipped people off was the line movement. Like, I don't know if you knew that. I'm sure you didn't know that when you were watching, but what was happening before that fight even happened was there was a bunch of money coming in on Duval, his opponent, like significant amounts. So that's what tipped people off, and people are like, this is really weird. Like, line movement happens, but not like an hour or two before the fight. So then, of course, the fight happens
I
the way it
saw I
happens.
saw a clip. Wasn't there like $16 million bet on that fight?
That's the rumor. I don't know if those numbers are 100%, but there was a lot, like enough that the line had moved significantly, like close to fight time. Because line movement happens, right? Like the odds makers set the
Yeah.
lines, people bet the money, and then it goes down, up and down. But that happens over like a span of days, weeks, whatever. But this was like hours before. So that's what makes this different than, say, some of the other weird fights or stoppages we've had before. So, yeah, I don't know if you were aware of that or not.
I mean, I afterwards, like hearing all this stuff, just being on social media and whatnot. But yeah, no, I hate it. Like, I'm a big purist
Yeah, oh
type
yeah,
motherfucker, and and then at the same time, I want people to be able to have fun and like be able to bet on sports. Like, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for like the casual person who just likes, betting a little bit on FanDuel. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Making sports betting illegal again because y'all can't act right. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, fighters, don't do this.
Mhm.
Please don't do this. And bookies, like, please just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? You guys watch shit. You guys are smart enough. Just like let the athletes be the athletes, and at yeah, I just hate it. I hate
Yeah.
it all.
No, a
You know
lot,
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of us do, and it's yeah, because we want to watch fights, we want to be able to enjoy it, all that different stuff. Okay, last thing on this, then we'll move on. Some fighters have come out and said that they were asked to throw fights. I'm guessing by your answer that you had earlier about the Kraus stuff being out of the sport, you've never been asked to been thrown a fight before.
I'm not. No, no, but
Yeah.
I'm 7-1. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
guess I'm just not the type of motherfucker you approach for that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
But
saying that though, Dulgarian was, I mean, he was what, 3-2? No, he's 3-1 going into the fight. But even that
three,
one
three and
loss he
one. See,
had,
I thought he had a good
he
record. I
did. He
thought
was
that's
three
what I
and
thought.
one. So here's the weird thing: he was 3-1, and that loss he had to Christian Rodriguez. A lot of people felt like he won that fight. So he could have been 4-0 going into that fight, right?
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I
know.
guess it's
Super
just
weird.
whoever you get mixed up with. I don't like. I spent 6 months out in Vegas, and nothing ever um even
Yeah.
like it. Like I said, it wasn't even something that crossed my mind, let alone someone bringing it up to me. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? My name Bennett. I ain't in it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Good. Need that on your next
And
T-shirt. Okay, quickly before we get out of here, I know it's a couple weeks old, but just your take on this whole Tom Aspinall thing. Obviously, he gets poked in the eye. He can't continue. Fans are, talking about him quitting. And look, Gon was getting the better of him. I know that makes it look a little bit worse, but what do you make of like the fans kind of turning on Aspinall now, saying you should have continued? And then they talk about Waldo continuing with the eye poke last week. Like to me, they're two different situations.
yeah, and plus, I mean, Tom got hit with the double eye gouge.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like that was, um, and bottom line, there was a lot on the line. Like if it was one eye, I'm firmly in the camp of you only need one eye to fight. I didn't get poked in the eye, but I got hit in the eye. My whole eye swelled shut. I could only see out of one eye, no problems. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But get double eye gouge. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting for the world title. You know what I mean? I think it's unfair unless you are there to, because, like, first of all, getting poked in the eye fucking sucks, brother.
mhm,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? Getting poked in the eye, and like, and then there's different types. Like when I had the fight with Anj, like what made me so mad was this part of my thumb is what hit. Like I like touched his eye. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? When you got the finger fuck going
Yeah, right
in like
into the
that,
socket. Yeah,
that is a different kind of experience. That is not a, like, if I'm in a street fight, first thing I'm going for is the eyeballs, brother. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I'm going straight eye gouge. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like it's really unfair to say anything unless you're there. By the rules, he was within his rights, and you can't get mad at Tom because Tom isn't the one who like he got poked in the eye. He's the victim in this situation. So,
yeah.
um, yeah, man. Like I feel for Tom, and I think fans need to have a little bit, because it'd be different if this was like a reoccurring thing. But Tom's been a straight arrow his whole career, so you
I
just
agree.
got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and also just to clarify, because I know someone in the comments will be like, "What do you mean they were both eye pokes?" Like saying they were, different. It's a heavyweight title fight. Like it's not just a regular fight. Like there's so much on the line that people don't think about. Like what if he does eye poke, lose, gets knocked out? Like think of the payday. Think of the fact you're not champion anymore. Like all these different things that have to be factored in. And it's not saying take the easy way out, but it's like if you're compromised and you've got all these opportunities ahead of you, like you have to factor that into the situation.
Not
I
only
think.
that, once again, it wasn't one eye; it was
Yeah,
both
both eyes
eyes.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying? So,
Yeah.
like, obviously, one eye was worse than the other eye, but like, all right, if you're down to you can't see out of one eye and you got 50% view out of the other eye, then you're down to 25% vision. That's kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
Yeah.
you know,
They got to
like
do
I
the
say, just
rematch.
run it back.
Yeah,
To me, I
exactly.
would
Do the
just run it
rematch.
back.
Yeah, do the rematch, then we can really determine what's going on there. That's
Mhm.
great. Bryan, thanks so much, man. I know we went way over time. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, sponsors, social media, anything like that, I'll give you the last word.
I just want to thank my family, my dad, my mom. My sisters held me down through all this. Shout out to Highest Stand MMA, Mountain Warrior MMA, Sensei Kevin, Sensei Tony, Coach Keith, my boy Ryder, my ride or die, my fucking twin,
Yeah.
Ryder Newman. Um, and just shout out to Dirty Boxing for giving me a platform. Uh, and shout out to my fans that have been with me, and will continue to stay with me through the next year and above and beyond or whatever.
That's good. That's good. Well said. Well said.